hold up. Brace yourself. I'm about to say something positive about the Cowboys. What's good, people? It's your boy, Mr. Rome, Cowboys Fan Talk, right back like I never left. How y'all feeling now, man? After a day to let that devastating, painful loss sit on you, how you feeling now? First and foremost, before we go too far into this video, I just got to say thank you. I feel like I ain't did this in a long time. Thank you to everybody that's supporting the channel, man, especially in this time of views being down, support for the team being down, people just kind of out on the Cowboys. That's why I wanted to do something different, go back to my roots, make something positive. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just focusing on the negative and things like that, let's talk positive tonight. But before we do anything, if you don't mind, put some prayer emojis down in the comments whenever you catch this video for Demarion Overshown, man. Great news today, actually, considering the injury. He tore multiple ligaments, I think ACL, PCL, MCL, if I'm not mistaken. Forgive me if I'm incorrect. But they did come back and say today that he had no nerve damage, which is the same thing that Jalen Smith used to deal with. Nerve damage is what kind of took his career eventually. No nerve damage, although it was a terrible knee injury. And they're saying that he could probably be back towards the end of next season, start the season on PUP, and just kind of go from there. Look, man, anything, if he comes back and plays a couple games next year, that's a positive, very devastating injury. So prayers to Demarion Overshown. I appreciate y'all. And if you haven't, hit the like button and subscribe, man. I appreciate y'all. Been trying to get to 30K, 29K actually, and it's been a struggle because it's been just a rough couple of months. But let's talk some football. Let's talk about some hidden gems or hidden positive things that happened yesterday. You know, because although we lost the game and we probably lost our playoff chances, I know I've been saying I don't think we're going to make the playoffs anyway, so don't look at me. But that seems to probably be over. Like, the chances of us making the playoffs are, I don't think we're officially eliminated, but like, come on, let's let that dream go. But as we've been saying for a month, it's been evaluation season. Let's see who we can take in the next year. Who we have, what dogs we have on this team that's willing to fight and play hard when there's nothing to fight for, no playoff contention. But you fight for your career, you fighting for your pride, you fighting for your brothers next to you. First and foremost, Rico Dowdle, man. Again, let me apologize to Rico Dowdle. Gave him nothing but crap earlier in the year, saying that, you know what I'm saying, I felt like we could do better. And you know what? Ever since he attached his dreads back, still don't know what that's about. He went from a fade to dreads within one weekend. He been balling. Absolutely balling. And I ain't got nothing but respect for him. The last 3 weeks, I'm talking about close to 100 yards, 100 plus yards, and then 130 yards yesterday. Amazing. Rico Dowdle tied with Saquon Barkley for the most 10-yard plus runs this weekend, which is pretty dope considering Saquon is considered for the MVP. Not comparing the two, for an Eagles fan coming here getting emotional. I'm just saying I'm proud of Rico for just being even mentioned with the great Saquon Barkley. But salute to Rico, all jokes aside. That's dope. Shout out to Brock Hoffman, man. Brock Hoffman, I wasn't familiar with your game. Spent the last week or so trying not to give him too many props, you know, afraid to jump off the deep end and you know, but you know what? He's just playing consistent, man. You got to give it to him. He's playing consistent. Every time he gets on the field, he shows himself. Yesterday, the thing that was impressive to me was Brock Hoffman came out there and was playing guard, right? And then Cooper Beebe went down with a concussion. Hope he heals up. And then Brock switched to center, start calling out protections, was locked in. Like, shout out to Brock Hoffman. And TJ Bass came in looking good too. We might have starting offensive linemen on our line, even if Zach Martin retires, that we didn't expect. Asim Richards has looked good this year before he got the high ankle sprain, which isn't like as bad as like an ACL, knock on wood. TJ Bass has looked decent. Like, I'm talking about versus decent D tackles too. We're going to stop acting like we're not playing against some decent teams. And then yesterday, Brock Hoffman is moving people. They are moving people off the line. We got some hidden gems on the offensive line I did not expect. So salute to them, man. Salute to Hoffman. He put that work in over the offseason. He's been nothing but doubted, and he's been balling. Salute to TJ Bass, too. I'll take a moment to just pause and give CeeDee Lamb some love. Not a hidden gem, but just he deserves respect, man. CeeDee Lamb is top 3 in the NFL in yards. Dak Prescott been hurt for almost 2 months, month and a half. You know what I'm saying? And he's still producing. You know, you got Jay Jettis producing. You got Jamar Chase. You saw what he did to our defense, 177 yards. So they getting busy. But they got their quarterbacks. CeeDee Lamb's out there with Cooper Rush, man. Let's just keep it funky. And he's making it work. Getting crazy busy with the moves after the catch. Right after the catch, God is what I'm calling him. Just salute to CeeDee Lamb, man. Sometimes you got to just give props where it's due. I know this is a lost season. I know it sucks. But I'm just tired of just being negative every day, man. I probably will at some point. But let's be positive for a little bit. Let's give CeeDee Lamb some props, man. So shout out to CeeDee Lamb. Y'all let him know in the comments, too. That's dope. Mozzie Smith has not been flashing as far as bad on the screen. So I'm going to give him some props. Chauncey Golston has been putting in work. I'm going to give him some props. But you know who I really want to focus on? Like the main reason I wanted to make this video. Marist Liufau. We lost Demar on Overshown. That's how I started this video and just saying like that was crushing. It was really crushing to lose Demo. So then where do you go? You throw Marist out there. We drafted Marist last year. And I ain't gonna lie, you know, the comparisons was literally crazy over the summer. Saying his intellect was great, saying that Mike Zimmer loved him, saying he had a good camp. And it's just one of those things where you wanted him to just hit the ground running. And then he did a little bit and just kind of phased out and was forgotten about. Demo been balling. Kendricks has been very solid. Eric Kendricks has been solid. He ain't been most amazing, but he's been solid. But you forgot about Marist, man. I really did. You know, Damone Clark, Marist, other linebackers, you just kind of forgot about them. And then Demo gets hurt, and it's time for Marist to go into the game. And you know what? He coming off the, like, not the edge, but he's blitzing like a bat out of hell. Like, Marist came in the game changing things. Tackle for loss, 2 tackles, 1.5 sacks. Just literally just altering plays. Now, you got people out there that are goofy. They're saying, like, Micah Parsons didn't have any stats. No, Micah Parsons was affecting that entire game. He got held like 35 times. He was the reason that people like Marist can get a sack because they're putting so much resources and paying attention to Micah so much. But Marist just being able to get there, showing the speed, having the aggressiveness to close down and finish plays. And he didn't play a whole game. 1.5 sacks is a whole game. And a tackle for loss, multiple quarterback hits, it's a big deal. But to come in after Demo goes down and just do all of that, my eyes is on Marist. We might have found a hidden gem that we might not have found until next year. Now Marist gets to do what Brock Hoffman's been able to do and Chauncey Golston's been able to do, etc. Marist gets to play the last 4 games heavily and let the Cowboys know you might not need to go draft a linebacker high. I can fill in for Demo. I can be Demo. Not exactly, but he can come in and be his own version of that. We bring back Kendricks. We might still have a solid linebacker room, and you draft another linebacker late and go from there. But listen, these are hidden gems, man. The season is lost. The playoffs are lost. We did gain a draft pick, picking 12th. And I got a video coming tomorrow. We're going to talk a little Ashton Genty because one of your star players just did an interview with him. But look, it's your boy, Mr. Rome, man. Everything is not all bad. Hopefully, hope season is coming. We got 4 more games, and we can start focusing on next year. You can look at it as a bad thing. I look at it as a great thing. It's time to turn the page. I'll holla.